alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please,
what
God
happened?
bless you, but
What
please leave
happened?
me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop
that.
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please,
what
God
happened?
bless you, but
What
please leave me
happened?
alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop contacting me. Stop following me. Stop having me followed. Stop raping me. Stop raping me. Stop raping me. When you do your crime to me, Charles Perry, nothing has come from that, but you get caught. You get told on. You get caught and told on and caught and told on because you've had this crime you've done that is deeply sick and deeply wicked and deeply sadistic and deeply cruel, and you're the creepiest little fuck I've ever met in my life. I used to live in Vegas. There's some creepy fucks in Vegas. You're by far worse than anything there. By far. How embarrassing for you. How utterly embarrassing for you and your family. Why aren't you embarrassed like you make everybody else feel? You're creepy. Voyeurism is a felony. Hacking and cloning somebody else's phone is a felony. You're a sick little fuck. You're rejected, told on, and told on, and told on, and you got nothing else to show all these years but that. So today, Mr. Perry tells me, I'll leave you alone if you answer my questions. You're not entitled to anything. You're not in compliance with the law. You're violating the law. You're defying authority. Sir, he said in March 2020, her privacy is not to be invaded anymore. You don't contact her or her family ever again. She's not to be broke. Get your hands out of her wallet, you little thief. Or we'll do it for you. Period. So look how much more intel we got out of that because you didn't understand words people say. Right? He tells me, I'll wait for you. What are you waiting for? I'm never going to help you. I've said that. I don't like you. I moved twice to get away from you and never have to hear what you think anymore. Nobody understands why you think I care what you think. I don't care what you think any more than she cares what he thinks. You're just like that bitch times a gazillion worse. Much, much worse. Much more mental. You're severely mentally ill, our shrink said, and severely mentally retarded and maybe have Alzheimer's. Because we got to say the same thing for you over and over and over and over, and you still don't get it. I told you no. I told you no. One time ought to do it. One time ought to do it. Stop raping me. Stop raping me. You're disgusting to me, and I can't, I'm sick of hearing from you. Nobody understands why you think I care what you think. You aren't asked. What were you told to do? Respect the law, respect me, and fuck off. Fuck the hell off. I said no. I will leave you alone if you answer my questions, and I'll wait. Wow. Wow, it doesn't get any more delusional than you. What isn't serial killers feel entitled? Like were you raised on welfare or something? Were you? Somebody commented on that after the last podcast. I agree with most of what she said. The lady said, if I'm using third person, I'm quoting somebody else. I guess I had to explain that. Somebody actually asked that question, if you can even believe that. She said, Charles has no class. You can tell that she and Cynthia and Mr. Perry were raised in completely different households. And the thing is, you shouldn't act like he acts at all. But sure as shit, not if you're a dignitary. We heard this morning an argument with you and somebody else, Mr. Perry. The guy kept having to tell you over and over and over and over, that's her family, sir, not your family. Mr. Perry, nope, that is not your family, that's her family. That's not your family, sir. It's her family. Your family's in Lubbock. Did you leave them? Did you betray them? Have you abandoned them? What kind of sick fuck does that? What kind of sick fuck does that? It's awful, sir, the things that you have done over the past 10 years. awful. I have no words for this. It's disgusting to everybody else. You're the guy everybody wishes to God would just go away. Praise to God, please God, just make him go away. Why won't he leave us alone? Why must he sit around all day and bother and make trouble and cause trauma and catastrophic loss? I cannot even go to work. I haven't been able to even go to work since 2015 without worrying I won't come home. I used to have to tell my son the McNamara email when I'm telling my ex-husband I'm getting threatened with death and false arrest every fucking day by this whack job. I moved twice to get away from you and never again to have to hear what you think or be threatened. Over and all day long, that's all he does is threaten me. Threaten, and we're going to have you arrested. We're going to have you killed. We're going to have you arrested. We're going to have you killed. We're going to have you trafficked. You're going to be trafficked. Whether you like it or not, we're going to starve you till you do it. We're going to make it where you have, just to survive, nothing. You have to do it. Serious crime. Serious fucked up crime. And we heard you guys talking this morning about Kunstweiler. We think Steve Kunstweiler's a leak. They're going to leave him out of the loop, and it'll just be between the Justice of the Peace and Chief Franklin. Dear God. Well, Mr. Kunstweiler, you're going to have to watch your back if they think you're a leak. That's why we're saying something, because we're not going to allow for another situation like Chief Miller and Mike Neely. We're saying it now. You've really posed a threat, Mr. Perry, to Mr. Kunstweiler by acting like, but first of all, going to him and telling him, do something horrible to her for me. I'll make it worth your while. And if you don't do it, you might end up like Chief Miller and Mike Neely. And we're not going to let that happen. Do you understand me? We're not going to let that happen. We're saying it now. How many recordings that we have do you want to prove out? If I just go to work, I used to have to tell my son I may not come home. He may kill me or false arrest me. I don't know. Here's the paper. I gave Dana and Craig the paperwork in case something happens to me. So they got your medical insurance stuff. They got whatever. School crap. We prepared before you did that. Because you threatened it, and you threatened it, and you threatened it, and you threatened it, and you threatened it. And everybody prays to God every single day. Please, God, make him go away. You're not a ray of sunshine that came up here and made everybody's life good. You're the bad thing that happened. And everybody prays to God. Please, God, make him go away. Please, Lord, make him go away. Please help these guys to hurry up and get what they need so they can arrest him and we don't have to be bothered by this bitch ever again. What's it like to be that guy? The guy everybody just wishes and prays for to be gone. And you're told on and told, make everybody wildly uncomfortable. Wildly uncomfortable. And so, in 13 years, you don't have a date. Nobody will tell you anything. I'll never help you. Write this down. I will never help you. I will never help you. I will never, ever help you. What the fuck are you waiting on? Handcuffs? That's what's next. We don't care what TPD does. There's somebody else investigating you, and that's how I quote you. That's why I know somebody had to sit and talk with you for quite a while this morning. That's not your family, it's her family. Your family's in Lubbock. Go be with your family. Don't you have grandkids? I have a grandkid. You're like 20 years older than me. If you have grandkids, go be with your fucking grandkids and fuck off me. You get nothing out of what you do all day, but told on and told on and caught and told on and caught. It's like that. You like that. We have no reason to believe you don't like getting caught. You have to. So you've had this trafficking business and your sex exploitation business all these years and nobody caught it until you did it to me. Right? When you did it to me, everything changed. It's different when you do it to me, but it's the same every time you do it. You can't get a date. There's no fucking way. No fucking way. You don't fit into my crowd. Even if you weren't a job, you don't even get close. You're weirdo. You're creepy. And you're very cruel. My crowd is a complete opposite of that. My crowd is about helping people. Relieving suffering. For any reason. But my crowd is the type that'll relieve it from crime. I grew up with police, remember? Police escort everywhere I went when I was a kid. Remember? I was raised in it. Remember? Raised in it. Everybody's sick of you people. You're the criminal. You don't get answers. You don't get them. You're not entitled to anything. Everybody's tired of you imposing and burdening everybody else. You're like this guy.
Don't stalk me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I
Just talk
leave
to
me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes and
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please,
What
God
happened?
bless you, but
What
please leave
happened?
me alone.
So, do you know how many people are pissed off because you make me broke? You're causing suffering intentionally? So we get a lot of intel out of that. Did you not know that? I've said it. I've said it over and over and over and over and over. I can't just go to work without you. Yesterday I had to ditch 3 tails. 3 of them. I think there was a fourth one. The guy actually pulled over and started taking pictures of me. I'm like, you got to be shitting me with this. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm doing my job. I can't even go to work without being the victim of a crime. I go to a strip club, you send Pinto in, and you send Dave in, and you send Mickey James in, and you send Terry in, where I am. I moved twice to get away from you. I went to great lengths to get away from you. I don't want to hear what you think. Didn't ask you, did I? No. Stalking is a felony. So the guy yesterday, the last one that was taking pictures, that actually like pulled up, I went down the road a little bit, pulled over to the side, let him go around me, got his plate, got his tag. You had the guy with the wannabe cop car following me around everywhere, trolling through a parking lot wherever I went. He's not a cop, is he? I mean, we heard you all day long. Would you guys call in some kind of consultant or something? He goes, I can tell you for sure it's not Roswell police. They don't have the ability to do what these guys are doing. And the guy said, yeah, that's what she said. And they don't. Quit picking on Roswell police. I mean, they call all over the place. Is it LAPD? Is it NYPD? No one's going to help you. We don't want to help you. We all want for you to be gone. We all want for you to be gone. We're all sick of having to deal with you. We all want for you to be gone. You are not invited here. I went to great lengths to get away from you. I don't want to hear what you think. I don't care. Nobody understands why you think I do. Everybody's sick of having the repeat. Everybody's got to say the same thing for you over and over, and it doesn't click. And today, the guy, how many times did he say, Mr. Perry, stop, that's not your family. That's her family. I didn't introduce you to my family. I would never in a million years take you around my family. That's not your family. It's her family. Go be with your family. Your grandkids. What a betrayal to them. What an awful, disgusting betrayal to Jacqueline, Jordan, and Matthew Perry, your family. Why did you leave them? To pursue a woman who hates your guts. I can't stand you. You're not good enough for me. You're a job, sir. But my job was supposed to be done when I got you elected. We got you elected so cops could get to you easier. It's a lot easier for an undercover to talk to a politician in a crowd of people more than once than go in and pretend they need their taxes done. That'll only work a time or two. Right? Alright, so that was the plan long ago. That was the plan long ago. So I can't go to work without being the victim of a crime, and people are starting to comment on that, Mr. Perry. She ought to be able to just go to work and not become the victim of a crime every time she does. No woman should have to decide between safety and food. How awful of him. How awful of him. So we can get information and nobody will help you. I will never help you. What are you waiting on? What the fuck kind of weirdo does that? This kind of shit is how everybody...
That's okay.
This is how everybody else sees you. You're a fucking monster.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men. Leave women the fuck alone. when they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them, especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want. That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me
All
alone.
you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my god. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me
All
alone.
you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please.
He starts commenting on her clothes. Nobody asked you what you think about her clothes, did they? Yep. What'd she say? Leave me the fuck alone. If you're in a bar and you're picking on a woman like that, they'll kick your ass out. Yep. They will kick your ass out.
I don't. This make you feel.
She's telling him, how does this make you feel to have a camera up your face? And he's like, I'll go get pictures of you. I'm a stalker. I got pictures of you. You want me to go get them? And then he threatens to get them. I hear it every day. I'm going to get you. I'm going to take. Who's telling on me? Is it your family? Is it your kids? Is it Jim? Is it Al? Who's telling on me? Nobody will help you. Everybody prays to God you go away.
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
You want,
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give
get
a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can
find
bring
that
the
a
whole
threat?
fucking army. I don't give a fuck.
This
Okay, here's the other thing that pisses me, everybody off, is every time you guys sit down and have a conversation, can't we get her to leave Oklahoma? Take her car away, take her money away, make her eat out of a dumpster, give her a bus pass and tell her she can go anywhere but New Mexico and Las Vegas. It's not up to you. If I know you said that, what in the fuck delusion are you in that you think that's up to you? It's not up to you. I came here to be with my family and get away from Mr. Perry. Nobody's picking on you. You're picking on me and you're getting caught. So the logical solution for any normal, intelligent human being would be at that point, stop fucking with her. Somebody told you today, you're compounding your problems every time you do something to her. Can you not see that? It's a fucking pattern here. 12 years of it. When you contact me, we get more. When you cause a problem for me, we get more. It's a pattern, dumbass. Shouldn't take you 7 years to spot a pattern. It's different when you do it to me and only me. Why is that? Why is that? Everybody's sick of you. Why can't you understand how very, very sick and tired of you people everybody else is? You are the ones breaking the law. You're the ones causing the loss. You're the ones everybody hates. You're the ones everybody wants to go away. You're the ones getting told on. This is not hard. It's not rocket science. We know Charles has Huntington's disease. You know how he found out? The more he fucks with me, the more intel we get, like he's got Huntington's disease. Our shrink is like, I don't know what's wrong with him. He's got something. He can't understand a word you say. His reactions are always like he has no fucking idea what you just said, just like that guy. She's making a point. You can tell he has no fucking idea what she just said. Listen to it again.
make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
You want,
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can
find
bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army.
You're gonna
I don't
find
give a
out.
fuck.
This this make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures?
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can
find
bring
Is
a
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel?
All right. So you can tell his reaction is a fail. His reaction is a fail when she says, leave me alone, and he starts talking about her clothes. Didn't ask you about my clothes. Didn't ask you a thing about my clothes. I said, leave me the fuck alone. Right? Isn't that what she says? Same thing here. Do you like somebody having their camera up in your face? How does this make you feel? Oh, you mean all the pictures? You want me to go get the pictures I have? I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Who told on me? Is it your family? Oh my God. Stay the fuck away from my family. 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 It's not your family. Your family's in Lubbock. Go be with your family. Everybody prays to God every day that you would go away and that our guys will hurry up and arrest you so we don't have to deal with this ever again. I came here to get away from you, have no conflict, no contact with you, no, just to be left alone. To hang out with my family and be left alone. And everybody's getting pissed off at you that you can't get that by now. It's not your family. I'm not even the one bringing that out. Other people are bringing that out. He acts like he doesn't know that's not his family. He's delusional. So our shrink is like, cognitive reasoning for this guy is just not there. When you mess with her, things happen that you've not seen before. You're getting caught. You're getting told on. You guys are all running around going, how'd she find out? How'd she know? How'd she find out about that? How'd she know about that? When he pesters her, when he takes her money, we've seen things happen we've not seen before. They don't work out. Because she always finds out before. Not after, before. Right? You want Consuela out of this, try to find a way to put her back in jail and make her sign the lie and be trafficked to Houston. A smear campaign. We all need a smear campaign. We all fucked up and now we gotta cover our asses. Right? The guy said this morning, Tulsa police has violated that girl's civil rights all over the damn place. They want Consuela out because they think he's a leak. So it's just supposed to be between the Chief Franklin and the Justice of Peace trying to find something. But the problem with TPD is that they have violated her civil rights and violated her civil rights and violated her civil rights, and they do it knowingly and they do it on purpose. Why? I didn't come here to pick a fight with you. I came here to get away from a fight. I've gone to great lengths not to have a fight. I moved to Denton, Dallas Denton area, and then I had to move again here with my family. And none of that is your business. And nobody's doing anything wrong to you. You're the ones breaking the law. You're the ones pissing everybody off. You're the ones getting told on. Your conduct is offensive and illegal. And, I didn't sue Tulsa police. You know what I did? I said, I'm not going to sue you. I don't have the ability to do that. I can do the practice of the law. I've had no choice. Mr. Perry, by the way, Mr. Perry ran off all my customers, so I had lots of time to study the law. What I'm going to do is out-cop you. I'm the one that caught the money laundering in sensations, not Sheriff Reed or his detectives. I'm the one that caught the sex trafficking. I'm the one that caught the murder of Chief Miller and the frame-up of Michael Neely. Michael Neely didn't have a bump on his head. There's no concussion. There's nothing. He wasn't in a drunken brawl. I said it in March 2020. He was drugged. He didn't do it. I said it, not TPD. I did. I didn't want to pick a fight with TPD. I come from cop. Last thing I want to do is fight with cops. But I'll tell you what, when you got corruption, you got a problem. You need to clean up the corruption. You don't sit around and meet with the justice of the peace and go, how can let's false arrest her. We got to shut her up somehow. You think people don't know what you're doing? You're off your nut. You're completely off your nut. In deep, deep, deep delusion. If you really think that. And you think wrong. Mr. Perry, what did I just say? When you contact me, we get more. You're spending a lot of money to get us intel. You got nothing else to show for the last decade of your life, but we have a shit ton of intel. When you contact me, we get more. When you cause me a loss, we get more. When you do the crime to me, we get more. Any of the victim know they were trafficked before they were trafficked? I wasn't supposed to know about an affidavit, but I do. I wasn't supposed to know you got Huntington's disease, but I do. By the way, the shrink was right. She said he's severely mentally retarded and severely mentally ill. Not a little, severely. The man can't put two and two together to save his life. Here's the thing, cause and effect. When you do the crime to me, that's the cause. The effect is, every day, all day long, you get caught. You get caught. When you do the crime to me, you get caught. You're paying a lot of money to buy us intel. When you do the crime to me, Mr. Perry, nobody invited you here. Everybody wants to know, what the fuck are you doing in Oklahoma? What the fuck are you doing in Oklahoma? Nobody invited you here. Nobody wants you here. We all pray to God you go away. Every day. Nobody wants you here. We pray to God you go away. We pray that every day. We pray that God help these guys hurry up and get the shit they need so they can arrest all these people and we don't have to deal with it anymore. Those are the prayers every day. Those are the prayers of a whole lot of people. I can get information at the snap of my finger. And nobody will tell you shit, and I'll never help you. That's reality. That is your reality. So our shrink is like, he can't do cause and effect, he can't do before and after, and he can't do same and different in his head. You can do that in daycare. We all learn that in daycare. Can't spot a pattern. When you do the crime to her every fucking day, all fucking day long, you get caught. You get nothing else. Not another fucking thing out of that. You spend a hell of a lot of money getting us intel. Right? So, no other victim can say that, right? You got a lot of victims. There's a lot of victims and a lot of offenders, right? That's why it's taken a long time. Believe me, the prayer for everybody is, God, please help them to hurry the hell up and get what they need so they can make arrests and we don't have to deal with this shit anymore. This delusional fuck icking his slime all over everybody in a state where he doesn't live and was not invited. You were not invited. So, turns out we find out later he's got Huntington's, which causes psychosis, paranoia, hallucinations, delusion. That's the mental illness part of it. And impaired cognitive reasoning. That is the severe mental retardation part of it. And we're all tired of dealing with it. You can say words to him, and he will act like he has no fucking idea what you just said, just like this guy. You can tell he didn't get her point. Didn't get it. Went right over his head. Then he starts threatening. And my day's the same way, except Mr. Perry types that shit in my phone. Pesters and pesters and pesters and torments and pesters and torments and threatens and harasses. So I guess they had this big plan out at Sensations, right? If you really wanted me out there, I'd be waitressing. We know you don't. Because I started catching your crime out there. Your prostitution that you're running through there. You got traffic victims that you sell, you pimp them out. I caught it. Please remember, I'm the one that caught that. I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter. I said to Mark Swafford when I first came here, I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter, and that means something where I come from. And maybe you ought to listen to me before you make a fool of yourself. And he didn't. He didn't. And now everybody's running around. How'd she find out? How did she know? My granddad, please understand this. My granddad put Roswell on the map. People know about Roswell, New Mexico, all over the world, not just in the U.S., all over the fucking world, because of my granddad, who was the chief of police, a county treasurer, a Roswell GOP chairman, Chaves County GOP chairman, and a Roswell city councilman. My granddad did that. That's my family, Mr. Perry, not yours. Thank God. Thank goodness he passed away before meeting you. Maybe you ought to thank God because he would have skinned your ass and not thought twice about it. Skinned it and not thought twice about it. You wouldn't survive it. He'll put you down and you would not get back up. You're about to see that happen already. He just would have done it faster. A lot faster. Okay? He knew how to be a cop. His belief was lawmen and women are, he said, as lawmen, he's a man, so he didn't say women, but clearly I'm saying women, are called to relieve suffering caused by crime. That's the job. It's the only thing required of you as a cop. As lawmen and women, you're called to relieve suffering caused by crime. Stalking is a felony. Voyeurism is a felony. Hacking and cloning is a felony. Coercion is a felony. Trafficking, prostitution, organized crime, RICO violations, witness tampering, perjury, obstruction of justice, destruction of evidence. So today the guy's like, I'm going to tell you something. She was not tested for arsenic poisoning. Michael Neely was not tested for opioid poisoning in time. He was tested after giving countermeasures. Completely changed the chemistry of his blood. There's the altered evidence right there. Justice Scalia, while in West Texas, and they're planning to violate my First Amendment right to freedom of expression and free speech. Let's torment and let's antagonize and let's, provoke and instigate. And when she complains about it, we'll say she's doing the crime. She's harassing us. It is a lie from the pit of hell. That is a lie from the pit of hell. Get the fuck out of Oklahoma. Why are you even here? Nobody invited you here. What about your family? Where are they? Who's Monique, Charles, and where is she right now? Listen to the words I just said. Charles Perry, who's Monique, and where is she right now? What about Mary Beth, sometimes goes by Beth, dumped at a lake just outside Billings, Montana? You better watch out. You better think twice before you continue to threaten me. Do you understand me? I'm not giving you a choice. You're in violation of the law. You're the offender. You don't get answers. You don't deserve answers. You need to leave everybody else the fuck alone. Leave everyone and everything alone. When you do the crime to me, the only thing that comes from that is you get caught. Nothing else happens but that. Nothing. He said Justice Scalia also was denied proper protocol and procedures being followed when he died in West Texas while you were planning to do that to me. So there's 3 things here where we got no proper procedure followed. 3 people where Charles Perry's name has been connected to that. And that's a pattern, and that's an MO. Emerging from 3 serious offenses and violations of the law. And nobody knew about your little secret sicko problem until you did it to me. Why is that, sir? Why is it different when you do the crime to me? Any other victim know they're trafficked, and to who before you traffic them? Houston guy? How many women have you bought? Why are you such a pathetic nothing that you can't just go get a date the normal way? You got to buy a woman? All that money and you can't get a date the normal way on Our Time or something, or eHarmony, or just walk in a bar, or join the Rotary or something, or the Republican Women's Lunch? Go to the Republican Women's Lunch in Houston. There's surely there's a woman in there who's single that might like you. I don't. I would never let you touch me. You will get beat the fuck up. Your balls will be in your brain. When you do the crime to me, it's different, Charles. So what is it you fucking are waiting on? What kind of betrayal to your family have you really done? Huh? So they got trafficking going on at Sensations. I need to clarify this. The owner didn't know. He might know now if they've all gone over there to ask him about what I say on my podcasts. There's 3 girls that are being trafficked. They're victims of crime. 3 of them. They're not doing anything illegal without being forced to. It is not of their own volition that they do what they're doing. Alright? Is everybody clear on that? These are young girls. They're young. So, what Dave and Charles and Lucius and Calvin do is they pimp these girls out. They'll find guys that want a night of, blowjobs. And forgive my vulgarity, but that's what sex crimes are. It's vulgar. It's offensive. It offends a civilized society, which we do not tolerate in this country. We don't tolerate it. It's funny, you thought we would. So, it speaks to your delusion. It speaks to your delusion. That you thought you were just always going to get away with this. There's no such thing. I'm sorry, there's not. Everybody has their day. Even the mafia in Vegas, they may not have gone to jail. A lot of them did go to jail and then did their time and got out. Usually they ended up in the fucking desert, bird food or something. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. People have glamorized the Las Vegas Mafia. I will tell you, the Las Vegas Mafia is a hell of a lot smarter than Oklahoma Mafia. I've never seen such stupid in my life. I have not seen it. It's stupid as fuck. So, I mean, Charles acts like I was just born and that I just don't know anything. I'm 53, sir. I had a lot more exposure to all kinds of things in life before I ever met you than you can imagine. More than you. You're the one that lived in small town nothing all your life. I lived in Vegas, sir. My granddad put Roswell on the map internationally. It wasn't just in, New Mexico or in the United States of America. Internationally, you bitch. My family was the power in the town where I grew up. You have no idea what it's like to grow up like that. Not a clue. Not a clue. You can tell. The lady said it. He doesn't have any class. Not any. You can tell that they were raised in very different homes. You don't act like that at all. But for sure, if you're a dignitary, and he acts like he doesn't know. It's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing. You don't act like a mental 3-year-old and expect people to respect you. You don't break the law and get sadistic and cruel and think people are going to respect you. My granddad taught us power is in service. You got one job as a cop: relieve suffering caused by crime. That's all you have to do all damn day. Relieve suffering caused by crime. You got nothing else required of your job. That's it. Relieve the suffering. Relieve it. Take it away. You make the hurt go away. That's what we're trying to do. Because TPD is inept or incompetent or corrupt. I don't know. Let them speak to that. Chief Franklin took me with the judge and tried to find a way to shut me up. I didn't peg him to be that kind. I really didn't. I pegged him to be a lot smarter than that. Do you think he would really do it? Maybe he will. Maybe he will. I guess we'll see, won't we? How much did you take? I'll make it worth your while. You know how many times we've heard you say that? I'll make it worth your while. I'll make it worth your while. Dude, you can't even tie your shoe by yourself. When you pay out that money, guess what happens? We started getting intel, so you bought us intel is what you bought. Been that way for 7 years, Charles. Get a grip on reality. Get a grip on reality. So they pimp these girls out. They tell these guys, go throw the money on stage. It's immediately laundered. Right? Just like that. And then you go home with him and you do the whatever thing he asked you to do. Weird sex something. And these girls have to get drunk before they do all that shit. Can you imagine? You got some big fat sweaty smelly guy and you got to suck his dick. Yay. Wonderful night. And not only that, but they have to give most of the money to Charles, Dave, and those guys. And so they're driving around clunker cars and shit. Living in a ghetto. Right? They're all about the canned food, these guys. Maybe I'll give you some tuna if I decide to let you eat. Right? But you got caught when you started doing it to me. I'm the one that caught that going on in that club. The owner, I know, doesn't know. You know how I know? Because some guys walked in with 14 grand cash. Stacks of cash. We're not going to pay the entrance fee. We got 14 grand. I said, I don't care if you have 50. You're going to pay the entrance fee. So we made them pay that. It's $15. If you got 14 grand, you can't you can't afford $15. That guy fought with me for 20 minutes before he finally paid the fucking entrance fee. Who the hell does that? Then one of them took about $60 and threw it on me, and he goes, that's for you. One of those girls freaks out. Sadie has a nervous breakdown. She's screaming, "You can't take money from my customers." Are these your customers? Do you know them? Yeah, you can't take... No, I'm sorry. The way it works in a strip club is guys come in and they put money on wherever they want to put it. And it isn't your business. The business that's for you is what's for you. If they're throwing money on other girls, that doesn't concern you in the least. It is none of your business. So why are you throwing a nervous breakdown fit? Then, the owner says, "We're about to close. If you're not going to buy dances, you need to leave." Again, she starts freaking out, throwing a fit, just screaming and yelling at him, like literally like a 2-year-old. I couldn't believe it. I literally have asked the owner over certain things that girl did. Was she raised by wolves? Why the hell did she act like that? Turns out she pretty much was. She spent a lot of time. Her parents were meth addicts, and she grew up in the system. These are vulnerable people, but it doesn't mean they don't have the right to the protections of the laws. They do. She has equal rights protection. What is the deal with gender discrimination and misogyny over here in Tulsa and Pryor, Mays County, Rogers County? What is the deal with that? You don't get to do that. Absolutely don't get to do that. This is not Noah's Ark. This is not Hillbilly. You don't get to do that. You don't get to discriminate against us because we're women. You don't get to do that. It's not tolerated. Do you understand? You do not get to do it. We have the right to equal protection in the applications of the laws that were intended to protect us from men like Charles Perry, David Robertson, Lucius and Calvin, and these guys that traffic women and rape us and tell us you don't eat if you don't get you're going to do what we say, and you're going to perform sex acts that are disgusting. You're going to get raped, or you don't eat. You don't get to say that. Not this time. Didn't I tell you not this time? What part of that did you not get, Mr. Perry? We've quoted you every damn day. Every fucking day. So she's freaking out and she's throwing a fit, and I'm like, what in the hell? The owner says, "Listen, our club has to pay the bills to be open so that you can come in and enjoy the girls and the services we provide. Here we have a building." I'm embellishing a little bit. He said, "If you're not going to buy a dance, then you need to leave. We're closing. If you'd like to buy a dance, I'm happy to stay open for you." That club makes money only on dances and VIPs and entrance fees and drinks. So they have a building there. They got to pay taxes and shit on that building. They got to pay a light bill. They got to pay the DJ. They got to pay the waitress. They got to pay the people that work there so that you can go in there and run your prostitution thing out of his business. Wow. And who told you you could do that? If they were taking a cut, he would never have made him leave. But he did make him leave because they're not making any money. They're spending it. He's spending money on the building and the lights and the DJ, the employees, their pay. Every day, every minute they're open. It's already time to close. These guys come in right when we're closing. They're going to throw the money on stage, $14,000. They took 4 girls home with them. Those 4 girls left with those guys and their $14,000. Sadie's upset because Sadie's going to have to come in short what was paid for the entrance fee and the money he threw on me, and it wasn't laundered. So she doesn't know what kind of trouble she's going to be in. Do you get it? Are you keeping up with me, TPD? I'm not slowing down for you. You better keep up with me. I don't have peppers and crayons. I'm not finger paint. I'm not a special education teacher. For that reason, they want to false arrest me to shut me up or kill me and traffic me. We're gonna false arrest her. We're gonna sit her down, make her sign a lie, send her over to Houston with this guy, and in a week she'll be dead after Perry's collected his money for the sale of a person. We've said it. We've said it over and over and over and over. We caught you. You're caught. It's different when you do it to me. Why is that? Why is that? It's a whole lot worse than stalking. Ditched 3 tails yesterday. I ditched 3 fucking tail. Who else has to do that? You're door dashing and you gotta ditch a fucking tail. How do I know how to do that? One guy, one night, followed me the fuck around for 15 minutes. It took me 15 fucking... Normally, I can ditch a tail in less than a minute. This guy, it took me 15 fucking minutes to ditch his tail. It was that bad. When somebody pursues you all through the streets of Tulsa for 15 minutes, that is a problem, and it's a big one. That is a sick fuck, isn't it? I duck into a neighborhood, I pull over in front of a house, he pulls over too. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me with this. Normally, they'd go right by. I pull out, and I keep going. So does he. He pulls out too. I'm like, oh my God, this fucker is sick. This is a sick one. Then I pull over in another neighborhood, turn down some streets, here he comes, pulls over too. Son of a bitch. This one is a sick one. So we go through the streets of Tulsa doing that for 15 fucking minutes. Then I finally get into a parking lot that wrapped around and winded around and into a back of alley and blah blah. And then I finally was able to ditch him where he couldn't find me. Who the fuck does shit like that? Who the fuck does? And how do I know how to ditch a tail like that? It wasn't easy. Tulsa police guy comes pulling around after the whole thing's over. I'm like, I'm not, do you think, I don't call 911. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? We're out copping you. We've been doing that since I got here. You guys didn't give me the McNamara email, Chief Franklin. You didn't tell me Mike Neely was drugged before depositions were even taken, Chief Franklin or Judy. Is it Judy? Who's the Justice of Peace now? It was Kirkendall, and then she said, leave her alone. It looks like you're doing what the harassment email of 2017 says. We're going to send her home, harass the ever-living shit out of her, and then when she complains about it, we'll say she's harassing us. Lie, 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 lie. I need to rule out provocation and entrapment. It looks to me like you're doing this to her on purpose. And so you pull it out of her court, she got it right. You didn't like that, did you? You corrupt piece of nothing. And then you go into Parker's court. I thought Parker was mad at Chief Franklin thinking his department had leaks and he wasn't putting a stop to it. We don't talk about who the leaks are. I'm not even told who the leaks are. I'm not told. That is highly confidential. Because you like killing people. So they don't tell even me. They don't even tell me. And we've said that and he still asks, is it Jim? Is it Al? Is it your family? Is it your mom and dad? He's telling on me. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna take. You're gonna be my wife. You're gonna go. I'm just like, oh, wow. You sound as cuckoo bird as this one.
Don't stalk me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please.
Does it seem fun to live like that? I've been willing to live like that for the cause of justice, to relieve suffering caused by crime, to tell victims you're safe now. He will not hurt you anymore. We are going to take your hurt away. That's what everybody's supposed to do. But for sure, a cop, you're not supposed to pick on a victim and harass women and children. You don't understand the people that he's hurt and how bad he's hurt them. And you don't care to. Because we're seeing a very big problem here with factual ignorance. A big problem. Mr. Perry, I don't care what you think. Nobody understands why you think I do. No one understands why you think that. And when we tell you, when he told you in March 2020 and again in July 2022, you are not to invade her privacy anymore. You are not to contact her or her family again, directly or indirectly in any form at all. You're not to do it. And she's not to be broken, have to ask for help ever again. Get your hands out of her wallet. Respect the law, respect her, or I'm going to do it for you. And then you spend a lot of money getting us more and more intel. Day after day after day, it's the same thing. When you contact me, we get more. When you contact me, we get more. When you invade my privacy, they invade yours. They have a court order, and you got a weirdo problem. You can't control it. You have no control over your weirdo problem. You have no control. None. We control the flow of information. We always have. We control it. You can't control your weirdo problem. You have no control over your weirdo problem. It's offensive. It's vulgar. It's disturbing. It's making everybody uncomfortable. You weren't invited here. My family is not your family. I never introduced you to them. Never invited you to Oklahoma. And I would have never had taken you around them. Get the fuck away from my family. And as much as we quote you, you're in some deep, deep delusion if you really think you have a choice. You don't. Don't discuss again where I'm going to live. I'll decide where I'm going to live. You're the one getting told on. You're the one offending. You're the one causing people to be upset and nauseous. You're getting caught. You're paying a lot of money to get us intel. How much? How much money are you paying so that we can quote you guys every fucking day, all day long? Justice Scalia deserved the proper protocol to be followed. And the person actually that pointed that out was not me. It was a retired DC police murder cop commander. He said there's something fishy. Why wasn't protocol followed when Justice Scalia died, as it would have been had he died in our jurisdiction? Something funky's going on in West Texas, where Lubbock is. He's a First Amendment justice. United States Supreme Court justice. And the guy said, that's a big deal that they did that to him. They denied him procedures. They denied her procedures. They denied Mike Neely procedures. And you're not going to get away with it this time. And I told you that in 2015. You've done this sick shit all your life. But it's going to be different this time. You will not get away with it. Watch this, didn't I? What part of those words are you unclear on? It's pretty clear. We say it, then we show you. We say it, then we show you. We say it, then we show you. Right? Look at the date on that. This is what Judge Kirkendall said. Looks like you're doing this. He's going to send me home. He's going to harass the ever-living fuck out of me. And then when I complain about it, he's going to go into court of law and lie. I don't go to Texas. You keep coming to Oklahoma where I am. You're coming to Oklahoma where I am. You're having people follow me around to take pictures of me everywhere I go. Look at this. It is ridiculous. You did in Manford. Here's the false arrest. You gotta if I'm getting threatened with death and false arrest, I need a protective order. By law, you gotta file one in Oklahoma, Matt. Stop lying, Matt, in court. Stop lying in court, Matt Powell. There. See, when you did this to me, you didn't see any of this, Matt. Look at that. On the 29th, I'm arrested, just like as threatened, for filing a false police report in retaliation for Mr. Perry's job as a public servant. Oh my God. Your job as a public servant is not relevant to me at all. You don't legislate in Oklahoma, and I no longer lived in Texas, and I did help you get elected. Where's the fucking issue? Right now, to this day, 9 years later, we're still waiting for you to say the fucking issue that would have stimulated a false police report. And where's the tweets and where's the rants about the issue? Oh my God. Okay, so here's my police report. On the when was the investigation? 21st, 29th, just like a week? Nobody collected my blood to see if I was poisoned. Nobody did. You have to properly collect evidence. They don't call me back until the 15th asking for evidence. Who the fuck treats people like that? Victims of crime. It's traumatizing. Now you've traumatized me twice. It's traumatic to go through the crime of attempted murder and stalking and shit. It's even traumatizing more, TPD, when you start attacking a woman and the victim of crime. And how many men sit around all day trying to figure out how to make me fail. Conswheelers are elite. Now they're going to keep him out of the loop. It's just going to be Chief Franklin and the Justice of the Peace trying to figure out how to fuck her over. Yeah, because I haven't done shit to you. I came here to get away from a monster. He came here and he's raping me every day. He's raping me. It's rape. He's not wanted. He's not loved. Everybody's sick and tired of this, and he can't seem to get that. And he's told on and told on. He's paid a shit ton of money to get us intel. This kind of intel, Chief Franklin. This was dated in October. He's going to false arrest me. If somebody's threatening death on false arrest, you need a protective order against them, don't you think? Fabian said to me, I think you deserve better than to have to spend your life harassed by this guy. Yeah. So when I get to jail, my guys get me this. That's a bad one. They get me this. Chief Franklin. They got that to me in jail. It's not somebody else's name there. It's Fabian's name. Intersecting with the words hope. Those two words are not just in the same book or on the same page. They intersect. And it's not just any words. It's those words. Charles Perry is the little me here. The little wannabe butt-in. Always wannabe, never the one wanted. Creepy fuck. I don't like creepy. I don't like creepy. Women are turned off by creepy. You're a creepy creepster. Creepy Chucky. You have nothing but you're told on. All you've got for what you do to me all damn day is told on and caught and told on and caught. Everybody's sick of you. Why can you not get that? Everybody prays every day. Please make him go away, God. Get these guys a hurry up so they arrest him and we don't have to deal with this ever again. Please, God, make him go away. And he causes sadness and fear. What are the chances, Chief, that I got that in jail. Wasn't up to Charles Perry. Or you. Or Justice of the Peace. Nor was that. You didn't get me that. Somebody else did. So, or the harassment email. Actually, everybody in jail was talking about it. Everybody in jail was talking about it. These are what I talked about. These are about stalking, not politics. These are dated in 2011. He's stalking me. He's coming up behind my house, watching me in my backyard. Not what you do to pass a law in Texas, Mr. Perry. Our shrink now says he can't identify his legislative duties or what state he legislates in. He doesn't legislate in Oklahoma. Why is he in Oklahoma? Why is he talking to her family? It's not his family. Yeah, everybody's sick of you. Very, very sick of you. I've been saying that over and over. Look, here's your daughter. Go be with her. You've betrayed her. You don't think she deserves better from you than that? Than to ick the slime all over, strap her with your weirdo problem? You have no control over your weirdo problem. No control. Yep. Where's all that power when your weirdo problem starts creeping up? Huh? And then there's the mic. See? Get rid of your phone, Sin. When you get home, he's going to tweet from your phone. I go into Manford. I actually got pulled over. And this was my old phone. I had my new phone with me. This was in the back bedroom charging to send to my attorney, Ted Hogan. We go into town. I'm with Dennis. Somebody tried to text from it, not realizing it was disconnected. Yeah, Charles Perry did. Guess what else he did? See this bill here? The amount he paid. I didn't pay it. I didn't have any money. He paid this bill here, $375. This invoice was actually in dispute, but it's awfully close. I got that one emailed. This is the email with that attached. And then I got this one on the same day, $350. This was to my son's court-appointed counselor. If you want to talk to your son, you're going to have to pay my $350 fee. If you don't pay the fee, $350, you can't talk to your kid. I ended up getting to talk to him anyway because I said, you know what? The judge said you schedule an appointment between her and her kid. She said nothing about money. So you're in violation of her court order. Boy, they got me on the phone awfully fast when I said that. But this guy sent this email on the same day. Mr. Perry saw the emails and paid the wrong one. Because had I asked him for help, I never even would have mentioned this man. I would have just mentioned Galligan, the counselor. And he paid awfully close, $375, $350. He got the information from hacking me. How many emails? They said I have 200 emails, over 200 emails and texts I've never seen because Mr. Perry intercepted them. Wow. You're pathetic. You strapped your kid with that. Your son is probably very proud. His dad is a pathetic nobody. Rejected, failed, too stupid to figure out how to move on. What if your son acted like you? Yeah. Not a dignitary. What in the hell? Not a dignitary. And then there's this is the trafficking, right? Look at all that. We got all that intel. You paid for it. Because every time you pay somebody to hurt me, I'm going to take her car away from her. I'm going to make her deed out of it. She's going to starve or lie for me. We hear it every fucking day. Can we not get her to leave Oklahoma? Why? I'm catching your crime. You know, I'm catching your crime. Nobody else will do it. I'm doing it. No criminal likes getting caught. Well, Charles does. Because when he does the crime to me, he gets caught. So if you don't want to get caught, leave me alone. It's not hard. You're delusional if you think you have a choice, Charles. How much more did we get since he first said that, March 2020? And then he said it again, July 2022. How much more do we have? We got Lucius's name, Bald Fat Calvin's name, Sanjay's name, Beverly's name, Lawrence, Andrew, Richard, Dickie, Betancourt, right? Your money that you paid somebody to do something to hurt me bought us intel because you pissed off people with a hell of a lot of power. They get very upset when you hurt me. Every time you contact me and ask you not to, I don't care what you think. Nobody understands why you think I do. Were you asked? Nope, nobody asked you. I said leave me the fuck alone. You can't control your weirdo problem. Yep. Okay, so there's all this. There's the whole Mike Neely thing, right? I'm looking for it. Oh, and there's this too. On the 4th of January. Remember, my arrest was on the 29th. I didn't file a police report until the 21st. Like what that says. A false arrest or my death isn't going to vindicate him from stalking. It's going to prove he is. I keep telling everybody he's threatening me with death and false arrest. Everybody, he's threatening me with death and false arrest. What I did is required of law in the state where I live. You guys did all this, perjured, whatever in Texas. West Texas specifically. Yeah. Okay. Do you see the pattern? Whoever was pointing out patterns earlier? Thank you for noticing the pattern. Finally, somebody I don't have to get my pups and crayons out for. Look at this. I texted Mr. Perry. He's spreading rumors that he and I are having an affair. I was pissed. But keep in mind, at the time, I'm not married. He is. I'm not the politician. He is. Can you imagine Bill Clinton going around telling everybody he's having an affair with Monica? Yep, that's not what you normally see, is it? Matt Powell calls up to Oklahoma and he says, can we get Frank Morrison to just say. Remember, they always use the words just say in front of the lie. Does that make it not a lie, Mr. Powell? You won't go into a strip club to make sure you're not factually ignorant and to investigate because it's, it's sin. No. You do your job, dude. Do your fucking job. Charles, I don't care what you think. Didn't ask you, did I? I don't care. No one understands why you think I do. No one understands why you think I give a fuck what you think. I don't ask you. I said shut up and leave me alone. Don't contact me again. Can't you understand what people say? You can't control your weirdo problem. You can't. We control the flow of information. I know Mr. Powell said that. He was told, he said, can we get Mr. Morrison to just say Cyndi misunderstood him? Because he said he let something slip, I guess, if I remember right. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it pissed me off. And the guy, maybe Mike, I don't know who he talked to. I'm not told who I'm listening to. I'm not told who your leaks are. There's a reason for that. It's called strategy. It's to protect life. We are not depraved. We don't show depraved indifference to human life. TPD. We're pretty careful. That's why we're putting this stuff out about Kunzweiler. Oh, we got to cut Mr. Kunzweiler out. We think maybe he's a leak. It's just going to be Chief Franklin and Judy trying to fuck her over. TPD's violated her civil rights all over the place. I don't know how they're going to make that work. Okay. So, he has, it's called witness tampering, victim tampering, coercion, intimidation. You're putting a lot of stress and duress on me to make me do and say something I've already said no to. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Mind your own business, Charles. but out of mine. That's my family, not yours. It's unbelievable that guy had to have that long conversation with you this morning. He kept saying, Charles, that's not your family, that's her family. Charles, not your family, it's her family. How many times did he have to say that? You can't control your weirdo problem. You can't even tie your shoe by yourself. You can't properly identify your legislative duties or what state you legislate in. Why aren't you with your family, sir? Why are you even up here? Okay, so the guy said, you can say that, but I don't think it'll work because Mr. Perry never asked Cynthia why she's mad. He already knew. He doesn't deny spreading rumors of an affair. He denies having employees. Well, everyone knows he has employees. She named them, Carl and Robert Tepper. And I am the only person that speaks to what I understood. Got it, Matt? I speak for me. No one else speaks for me. I don't consent to being voyeur raped. I don't consent to the invasion of my privacy. I don't consent to your contact. I don't consent to you keeping me away from my family. My family has been sat down and told we're going to do all this horrible stuff to her and you're going to go along. And then you blame him for leaking. So in order to protect my family, every time you want to blame him for leaking, I've stayed away from him. You don't get to do that to us anymore. Understood? It isn't your right. You can't control your weirdo problem. You can't control your creepster problem. You can't control your sicko problem. It's getting us a lot of intel. Is that what you want? Yeah. So there's that. I gotta find Michael Neely. Alright, so see, people taking pictures of me. They wrote a statement. Their people are always coming up. She goes, I've lived here 10 years. I've not seen this before. Until you got here. She would get anxious and every time a car would come up, you'd see her tense up. You don't get to menace like that, sir. You stay away from my family. You can't control your creepster problem, can ya? Yeah, you're something. Okay, so they get into my car. It was one of many times they vandalized my car. And the same powder was all over a room a few doors down where Dave Robertson's employees were all staying. This guy was accused of beating someone to death so hard, back and forth, his head came off his body. He died of internal decapitation. It was like he was in a car crash, the medical examiner said. And yet look at him, not a mark on him. And he was found unconscious and in respiratory distress and treated for opioid overdose, not being knocked out in the head. He didn't have a concussion. But yet they find him and he's unconscious. He's unresponsive. He's in respiratory distress. So what could be the problem if he doesn't have a head injury that makes him knocked out? Oh, somebody drugged him. Like he tried to drug me. When we don't die, we both end up in jail. On a perjury. On a perjury and a fraud. On a perjury. Charles, I don't want to hear from you. When you contact me, we get more. When we quote you guys, don't complain about it. Every time Charles contacts me, we get more. You invade my privacy, they invade yours. They have a court order or an informant. You got a weirdo problem. You have no control over it. Right? You're pathetic. Okay, TPD, I caught that, Chief Franklin. You guys didn't catch it. I did. And I have the balls, or, sometimes I have more balls than a guy. I'm all girl. I'm not lesbian even. I like guys. I'm not into girls. I'm very, very girl. I don't know how to fix my car. I'm not lesbian. That's not my thing. I can barely check my oil by myself. Truly, ask my ex-husband. So he's been like, do you know how to change a tire by yourself? I don't. I have AAA membership, and I have all that towing shit and stuff from my insurance company, my car insurance. So if I get stranded on the side of the road, I can either call my insurance tow company, whatever, or AAA. I don't know how to do that shit. I'm not a lesbian. I'm completely all into guys. Is everybody clear on that? Okay. Not creepster guys. Normal guys. Guys who are busy working all day. Turn me on. I'm not into lazy. I'm not into pathetic. I'm not into boring. I'm not into creepsters. I'm not into weird guys. I'm not into sadists. If you're a criminal, I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter. That does mean something where I came from. By the way, my granddad put that town on the map, sir. I'll kick your criminal ass. I caught the shit at Sensations, and I caught this. Don't forget who it is you're dealing with, Charles. When you started doing the crime to me, life as you knew it ended, and you get caught every day. I will never help you. Our guy said, if you want to help, we don't return your phone calls. We don't waste our time talking to somebody who can't understand words. We're very busy running intel ops. We don't have time to talk to you. If you want our help, give back what you took. You show some remorse. You give back what you took from her, and you get the fuck out of her life. And we'll call you and we'll see what we can do. But the longer you drag this on and the more harm you cause, the less we can do. It's getting to where we really can't do much now. I mean, that's your choice. You choose to continue doing what makes everybody hate your guts and tell on you and gets us intel. Right? You choose that for yourself every day. The guy just said, you're not doing anything but compounding your problems every time you do something to her. Duh. Yeah. Anybody can see that. Except Looney Tune here. Huntington's disease. I found out because you wouldn't leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Nobody owes you answers, and I'll never help you. So, this right here, I caught. You can't beat somebody to death when you're sleeping, passed out on a drug overdose, about to die yourself. It's not possible. We said it in March. He was drugged. He didn't do it. Depositions weren't taken till May, Mr. Perry. When you contact me, when you take my money, when you invade my privacy, we find out more about your crime. It's been that way every day for years. All right, here's our disclaimer. See, I'm going to go through it fast. Everybody's seen it. This is what the police are supposed to do, TPD, when you got a victim of stalking in your jurisdiction. This is what they do in hacking you. So if I were to go to work today and I'm door dashing, how many people would I have to ditch tails? How many people are going to take a picture of me? Well, I'm just doing normal things normal people do. Not bothering anybody at all. Minding my own business. Working. Trying to make money. How much money would you let me make today? Enough for a can of tuna? Yeah, you got people mad because I'm broke. People get mad when I'm broke. We get more intel than ever when I'm broke. And when you sit on your fat, lazy ass and bother me all fucking day. So then we got this other stuff. I totally Sherlocked Mr. Neely's case right here. On that podcast, I go through the whole thing. Anybody can look at it. This right here, I can't go to work without creepy fucks coming in to solicit prostitution. That's what he did. Anybody can listen to this recording. He offers me $5,000 for sex with Mr. Perry. Going to my work where I live, where I came here to get away from all that. Nobody's bothering you. You're getting caught bothering me. Every time I go to work, I could end up dead or arrested. Everybody knows that. You're going to think of something. Right? You've been working on that since the harassment. You got caught on that one. It was all through the jail. Everybody in there said it. He's going to send you home, arrest the hell out of you, tweet from your phone, get rid of your phone. That's what first thing I told Ted Hogan. He picked me up from jail. I said, I got to get rid of my phone. Everybody said, this is what he's going to do. Here's his plan. He planned it while I'm in it for the first one. He's already planning the next one. Justice Scalia was a First Amendment guy, and he's in West Texas, and he dies suddenly, right when you were planning all that. And he was denied proper protocol. I was denied proper protocol. Mike Neely was denied proper protocol. What are the chances? So, on this page here, we Sherlocked all your RICO Act violations, Mr. Perry. There's a bunch of them. When you do the crime to me, you have no control over your weirdo problem. You have no control over your weirdo problem. You can't control yourself. You can't do it. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing. So for that, you paid a lot of money for a cover-up you didn't get. Instead, we got all this. Look at that, Chief Franklin. I could do your job. Well, not the chief, but I could be, I said I'm going to out-cop you. I'm not going to sue you. Because you have violated my civil rights like a motherfucker, and you know that. I'm not going to sue you, Mr. Bender. What I'm going to do is I'm going to out-cop your cops. Look at this. I have help, though. I couldn't do it by myself. There's no way. The prayer every day, Mr. Perry, is, God, please help them to hurry up and arrest them so we don't have to deal with this shit anymore. It's awful. People find it horrifying, the things you've done to me, Mr. Perry. Horrifying. Terrorizing and terrorizing and terrorizing and raping. Stop raping me. Stop raping me. Stop raping me. Stop raping me. And what you've done to Mike Neely. Stop raping me. Stop raping me. Stop raping me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You got one result from everything you do all damn day. Told on and told on and caught and told on and caught like never before in your life. Do not forget who it is you're talking to, sir, when you threaten me. Do not forget who has done this. You've not seen it before. It's different when you do it to me. Why? Why is that? I didn't come here to pick a fight with you, Chief Franklin. I did not. I came here to be left alone. Lawmen are to relieve suffering caused by crime. That is the job. It's the only job. That's all we ask of you. You're paid by us, the taxpayers. We have the reasonable expectation that you're going to apply the laws equally to me and Sheriff Reed, to Sadie and the girls that are in there that are victims of trafficking, and not attack us and not re-traumatize us. And there's a police officer who is an Oklahoma lawman sitting in a jail for something he did not do. Governor Stint, get him home. You really don't have a choice. If you have to worry about, are the tribals helping me, the tribal police? Do you think you have a choice? If we're quoting you guys every day, if I know that you're worried about that, do you really think you have a choice? At what point is this going to be D-Day and it all blows up? And then everybody's going to have to explain why you didn't do your job as a lawman or a lawwoman and apply equal protection. We are not to be denied equal protection of the laws in the state where we live to protect us against trafficking, vandalism, rape, voyeurism, stalking, hacking, human trafficking, sex exploitation, witness tampering, coercion, perjury, fraud, forgery. Stop it. Please stop. Stop stalking me. In July 2022 and in March 2020, our guy said, you do not invade her privacy again. You do not contact her or her family ever again in any way, shape, or form, directly or indirectly. That's not your family. You go be with your family. Stop betraying Jacqueline, Jordan, and Matthew and your grandkids and go be with them. And leave Cynthia alone. Get out of Oklahoma. Nobody invited you here. You came up here and you did nothing but make trouble. And she's not to be broke again and have to ask for money. It's not to happen. And because you didn't listen, because you don't understand what people say, and your special ed teacher won't help you, or whatever, your nurse, we got Lucius's name, Beverly's name, Sonjay's name, and all those other people's names. And a whole lot of intel we didn't have before. All that money, how much money have you spent to get us intel? Because you got nothing else but that. I didn't want to fight with you, Chief Franklin. I just came here to live my life and be left alone. But since everybody made me a victim of crime, I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter. Lawmen and women are to relieve suffering caused by crime and tell victims of crime you're safe now. We slayed your dragon. We make your hurt go away. He won't hurt you again. We slayed your dragon. That's what law enforcement's supposed to do. Take the hurt away caused by crime. So how come I'm the one doing it? No one, why aren't you? Equal protection is a constitutional right. We have the right to it. Mr. Perry does not have the right to get his question. I'll leave you alone if you'll answer my questions. Shove the questions up your ass. For you think you have a choice? When I say leave me the fuck alone, get out of my life. It speaks to your deep, deep, deep delusion. You're mentally ill as it gets. You need help. You need it badly. You don't get to hurt me with it. You don't get to hurt my family with it. Fuck the hell off.
Leave me alone. alone.
all you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.